Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another large block ship that's great for survival mode. This thing that I'm currently standing on is called the DSE Wanderer, which is this lovely thing that features a full-on refinery, a full-on assembler with modules all attached onto them. We've got a large cargo container, large hydrogen tank, and even a small interior, which you can see that I'm currently standing on, for you to do your stuff, and of course to drive the ship around. So press the F10 and find this in the spawn menu. The DSE Wanderer is 475 large blocks, using the Heavy Industry, Decorative Block number 2, and Warfare 1 DLC packs. We also have a nice bit of information about it, as well as the PCU, block limit, and mass. Let's simply give this a thumbs up. Move around towards the very front, have a quick look around the outside, have a very quick tour of the interior, even though I probably don't even have to do that because we can quite clearly see it right here. I suppose we'll fly around for a bit, and maybe slam it into an asteroid. So my character, for once, can actually just stay on the ship, and this is what we get at the very front. So what we've got is a bunch of lovely glass window blocks that make up our bridge of where all our important stuff is sitting. We've got cryopods, we've got beds, we've got showers and toilets, as well as a kitchen block, and of course our control seat to drive this thing around. We also have two transparent LCD screens telling us our power and hydrogen usage, as well as a little aiming reticle thing which I still don't know what it is. But yes, above that we've got a spotlight to light up the darkness, with a jump drive right behind that. Then down here, we've got a very strange docking setup. Now originally I thought this was on a piston that would just go down to the ground and help deploy a land vehicle, but no, it's more for a small fighter to come all the way up to, dock inside it, and be nice and neatly protected by these little blocks below it. So getting a bit closer, there's our gravity generator, and this is how it's all been set up. So once again, it's not on a piston, it's just directly connected up to the ship. We've got these little, almost like forklift prongs that go up to a connector for your ship to dock up to. Now just simply come across to our curved conveyors that go all the way up to the middle of the ship. Yes, we'll just pull away from that for the moment, look at it on the side. Over here is our doorway to get inside with a bunch of lockers lining the side of the room. We can just about see the side of our jump drive where the access panel is sitting. Then we've got this lovely light blue blocks, go with the white and the grey all around the ship. Over to here we've got some hazard skin next to some beam blocks. We also have a blinking green light, as well as a bunch of hydrogen thrusters, which is our main form of thrust that goes around the ship. We have a Gatling gun on top for a little bit of protection. And as we move all the way along, we're not going to be able to see too much because it's very well hidden on this. There is a large hydrogen tank, a large cargo container, a large refinery, and all the modules attached onto it. Coming towards the back, we've got two large hydrogen thrusters push us around with an antenna right in the middle. Then moving all the way up and looking down, this is where we should be able to see all the stuff in the middle. So there's our hydrogen tank right there. There's a connector for a ship to dock up to. There's our Gatling gun. Looking down to here, we should be able to make out our cargo container, so it's right in that section there. And right in front of it is our large refinery. And we can see all the modules attached onto the side on the right hand side. Towards the front, we've got some more columns that go towards our spotlight. That is where I'm standing, and that's a very good view on the inside at what's going on. Dropping down and coming underneath this thing, all the way past the section, past our weird little landing bay area. Into this part, there's a red light on the opposite side. Here are all of our thrusters to keep us off the ground. Got some great for beam blocks with magnet plates on the bottom to dock ourselves up with, a couple of connectors, but there's a very clear view of our container and hydrogen tanks. Then along to the back here, there's our large hydrogen tanks, and a decoy, just in case you needed, with an air vent to suck in some oxygen to refill your tank to save on ice. And there we go, that's a very brief look around the outside of the DSE Wanderer Explorer, and that's bloody fantastic how it's all been set up. It's a very neat ship considering how much has been stuck on here, how many big bulky blocks that are usually quite hard to fit onto a ship, and the creator's done a fantastic job at actually making it all work. But now what I can do is just grab hold of my character, because we've got one place to go which we can access from either the bottom of the ship, or from this sneaky little area over here. So we can pass our jump drive, hopefully we don't go too wonky, let me just realign that. Yeah, we can pass the jump drive, all the way down to here, we've got access to an O2H2 generator, or even a small hydrogen tank. I think the O2H2 generator is further back. Now drop down, turn around, and we've got ourselves a doorway. Yes, the actual proper way of getting up is to come below here, next to our docking pad, all the way up to this ladder, then go inside. Anyway, opening up this doorway, closing it, double door for an airlock, and then here's our lockers along the side of the room for you to store a few bits and bobs inside. But this is what we're greeted with. There's our kitchen block, there's a table block to have your food. Walking all the way around, there's our transparent LCD screens. They're facing towards the back, we've got a cryopod, a bed, there's our control seat, there's a survival kit, there's a cargo access, another locker, shower and toilet setup, and there should be an air vent right around this corner, next to our bed, there it is. And there we go, that's that for the interior. So all I've got left to do is get into the cockpit, and go through controls. So we've got 2 tabs to go through, but number 2 is going to be for our connectors all around the ship. Yes, number 1 is going to be for our Gatling gun on top to turn it on and off. Number 2 is for our hydrogen thrusters all around the ship to turn them on and off. Number 3 is for our hydrogen thrusters at the front, puts it into a cruise control, turn them back on. 4 is for our hydrogen engine, 5 is for our reactors to turn them on and off. Number 7 and number 8 is for our jump tries to change the distance. Number 9 is to do a jump, we'll go do that right now, so we can jump 2,000 kilometers, which is pretty respectful for this type of ship. Then that's for tab number 2, that's for all of our connectors, so we'll simply skip them. I will come into the I menu once he's jumped. There we go. Yes, into here, what do we have? We've of course got our large scale refinery with all of our modules attached on. As you can see, we've got yield modules. For the assembler, we then got a speed and power module, and then we've got a large cargo container and a small one just in case we need it. We've got a hydrogen tank, so typing hydrogen, there's our engines, there's our large tank, then all of our thrusters, and of course some small hydrogen tanks just for a little backup. And there we go. So moving forwards, as you can expect, we are bloody fast where we can go 0 to 100 in a couple of seconds. Coming to a stop, we are a lot slower, but luckily it's not too bad at the end of the day, and it should naturally come to a stop before any kind of dangerous scenarios happen. But of course, if you're not happy with that, there's plenty of gyroscope controls to do a 180, stop yourself a bit quicker, so that is there if you need to. But relanding myself back to the asteroid I was going towards, moving left, and moving right, we've got some nice speed with that, moving down, and then moving up. Moving up feels faster than everything else, which is well to be expected from a ship that can go on a planet. But yes, back to what I was doing, charging on towards the asteroid, because I do need to show off the gyroscope because I just did it with the 180. And here we go, we're now about to hit it at maximum speed. There is a small little asteroid in front of it, here we go, we're going to clip that first. And that, I think, has dealt a lot of damage. My god, look what we did to the small little asteroid. We just took a massive chunk out of it. And all that remains of the poor Wanderer Explorer is, well, not too much, but it looks like it is still pretty much usable. We might have lost the assemblers, we might have lost the refinery, but we still have the large cargo container, we still have the hydrogen tank, and we'll just double check that and make sure we do have the assemblers. No, we still have the assemblers on this, so all we lost was the cockpit and the refinery, so in theory, all I have to do is put on a new cockpit, and it should still be able to fly around. We might be missing thrusters at the front, but that's no issue at the end of the day. Let's just get into this, move this away, and yes, we don't have thrusters to move ourselves backwards, we can still salvage this if we needed to. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this ship. There'll be a link to it in the description below if you wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do. There'll also be a link to the SKYBOX I'm currently using because it is a very fancy one, has a giant plant below you. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.